Hello, everybody. I hope you're ready for this new series as promised. Today, we're going to start the first episode of the level 2. The combination, we're going to combine the level 2 and level 3. This is what we're going to do. We combine the level 2 and level 3. The first one will be vocabulary based on a book that we will read for you to have the good utterances, the good pronunciation, as well as new words. At the end of each video, I will give you a bonus. And the bonus will be on the vocab, the new words. Il y aura de nouveaux mots qu'on va étudier à chaque fois. For you to get new words and new expressions. This is the bonus after the video. So be concentrated from the beginning to the end for you to get that bonus in terms of words and expressions in English. See you. Money issues. Episode 1. Doji X. To all my best friends, colleagues, mentors, my pastor, my wife, my mother, my sisters, my brothers, etc., who have helped me so much during all these years. I say thank you. Your assistance and support have been paramount to me, and above all, thanks to God. Introduction. Nowadays, many people want to become rich or just get out of poverty, and that is noble and right. But how? This book is written to meet that need. Most of the secrets taught in this book do not come directly from me. I also learned them from different people living in different countries and different times. I learned all of this from conferences and seminars, and also from well-focused books over a period of several years. I knew I had to write such a book to help others, but I did not know that it would be in 2020. In the midst of the historical crisis caused by the coronavirus. In Africa, we had not experienced total lockdown, but there were some partial lockdowns. That little time at home allowed me to write this book. My wife asked me, "Why do you want to write this book? Do you have time for that?" Here is my answer. Your greatest asset is your brain. All those books I read, all those lectures I attended, made me realize that the greatest gift God gave us is our brain. But many people use it in a pathetic and unfortunate way by filling their brains with dirt and negativity, consciously and unconsciously. So I have to pass on these secrets to other people, men and women, old and young. And the most lasting medium, which can cross several generations without fail or disappear, is the book. Chapter 1. Find a mentor based on your goals. Well, whom do you listen to? Your father, your mother, your brother, your pastor, your manager, your sister, etc. It is so amazing the influence others have on us. And in all this, whom do you really listen to? When I use the verb listen here, it is in the sense of whom you really agree with and follow in real life. Some call it their mentors. Others use the word coach. Allow me to demystify these words. In 2012, when I first learned this, I took hours to understand the part of this seminar about whom to listen to. It was a high-level seminar organized by one of my former mentors. It was a seminar I hadn't had the privilege of attending, as it was very selective and cost minimum. It was for people who were already rich. So I got the audio version from one of his mentees, who happened to be my cousin. And even if I had been selected, I couldn't go because I had nothing at that time. I'd only just finished university, and my family was also poor at that time. A mentor is simply a man or a woman who has already reached the level of achievement or has the lifestyle you want to achieve. You can even have several mentors, according to Napoleon Hill. Maybe physically, meaning face-to-face, in training courses, seminars, or conferences, and if possible, in their own homes. The other powerful way to be coached is through their books, their audio CDs, and the videos of their conferences. The question you are now asking yourself is, how am I going to find a good mentor? You may have noticed that I mentioned a mentor above without mentioning his name or country of origin. And yet he is a very wealthy man, well known in the business world thanks to his many companies around the world. If I told you his identity, most of my readers will reach out to him and read his other books, seminars, and conferences, just as I did in 2012. And therein lies the problem. He wasn't in tune with me spiritually, although physically or business-wise, he was what I wanted. How did it go with me? Back home in Africa, as in most countries around the world, parents are so protective of their children that they often end up unknowingly hurting them. In fact, most parents, like mine, tell their children to be like the uncle who become a doctor, or like the neighbor who is an accountant. In short, to have a stable job and buy a nice house and a car. But here is what some parents don't know. We live in a world where jobs are no longer stable or 100% secured. I've seen many well-paid employees find themselves unemployed overnight. And you all know at least one case like that. So when my parents told me to look for a degree to get a job, well-paid job, I said, yes, Dad, and yes, Mom. But in my head, I wasn't just looking to work for a company. I was also looking for ways to create my own businesses. It was in this search that I came across the mentor I mentioned above. In 2012, I confessed that I was spiritually weak myself and was no longer going to church. All I could think about was how to get out of poverty legally, which is a good thing anyways. In one of his classes, he, the mentor, mentioned that he was practicing a religion. And since I was already completely in his grip, I just followed everything he taught in his seminars and lectures exactly as if it were the gospel. I listened to his teachings again and again for 3 running years. The bad news about this mentor, after the 3 years of mentoring, is that I ended up joining a very weird group that looked like a religion, but they always told me it wasn't a religion. Finally, in 2015, I had the grace to see 2 revelations myself in which God wanted me to return to Christ, which I did. The only thing that was true with this gentleman was on the physical level, meaning entrepreneurship and how to make money legally. It is true that I had other mentors before him, but the one who really changed my mind from employee to entrepreneur was him. Except that I was going to lose my soul if I didn't cut the ties with him. I had to find another who was in my religious community and who served the same God as I do. You can also find mentors in your countries or even at the distance like me. But don't forget to know whom to choose. The hardest thing today is that many successful entrepreneurs are estranged from God. But some are still attached to Him, and you can follow them to achieve wealth without losing your soul. The bonus, as I promised. Maintenant, le bonus, la partie explication. The first word I underline in the book is above. Above means in French, au-dessus, like God is above everything. Dieu est au-delà de tout. N'est-ce pas? Or, this is above me, cela me dépasse. Number 2, midst. Midst means among, ou bien au milieu de. Among all these things, in the midst of all these things, in the midst of all my troubles, I get finally a solution. Okay? Au milieu de. Number 3, lockdown. Lockdown means confinement, d'accord? Comme lors de coronavirus. Mais dans le dictionnaire, vous verrez verrouillage. Ça dépend donc du contexte. Lecture. A lecture means conférence, des cours de haut niveau, d'accord? Comme à l'université ou dans les grandes conférences. So it means a lesson but high level or a conference. Unfortunate is number 5. Unfortunate, it means malheureux, hein? Malheureux ou misérable, ou bien féminin, malheureuse. The 6th one is therein. Therein lies the problem. Là, se cache maintenant le problème. Donc, là, ou bien là-dedans. Business-wise, it means en matière de business, ou bien en affaires. He's very good business-wise. Il est bon en affaires, il est bon en matière d'affaires. Business-wise. His grip, I was totally under his grip. J'étais totalement sous son emprise. Donc, his grip, son emprise. The next one, estranged. Yeah. Many are estranged from God. Beaucoup sont éloignés de Dieu. Estranged, éloignés. The last one today is whom. So the difference within whom and who is what? Who is subject to the verb, but whom is object to the verb. Who est sujet du verbe. Par contre, whom est complément. Vous voyez? For example, who did this? Qui a fait cela? Vous voyez? Qui, sujet. Mais j'ai parlé avec qui hier? Vous voyez? Moi, je suis sujet. Moi, je suis sujet. J'ai parlé avec qui? Vous voyez? Donc, avec qui? Ou bien à qui? C'est ça qui est whom. Donc, whom, c'est à qui, ou bien avec qui, ou bien de qui. Quand le qui est au complément. When the who is object, it becomes whom. I hope you understand. Finish for today. See you in the next video. And share it, and share it.